What up, YouTube? This Joey King out here right now, man, up on these YouTube streets. Out here just relaxing and everything. I'm jumping online right now, man. I got a few things on my mind. Uh, I was recently talking to a woman, and it's crazy. So, she's a friend of mine. She's cool. You know what I'm saying? She recently, and I've dealt with a couple of chicks like this. She recently got out of a situation with another woman, right? Now the funny thing is Shorty was going through hell. When I tell you hell, I mean it. I'm talking about, man, old girl trying to tear up her reputation, man. She calling the police on her, all different types of stuff, to the period of time, to the point where she come around me and come to my crib just to get away. And it's like, she cool people. So I said, all right, it's all good. We hang out or whatever like that. But she get upset with me because it's like, you don't have any compassion about what I'm going through. You don't understand what I'm going through. And I'm like, no, I'm actually, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. But I'm actually like, it is funny because it's like, man, why the hell would you go that route? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you actually go that route? I don't get it. There's no way in hell, knowing from what I know. If I was a female, I'm not finna deal with y'all bros, man. It's impossible. But see, I'm a man. So at the end of the day, I mean, who the hell we gonna date? Aliens and shit? Who the hell we gonna deal with? So we gotta deal with the bullshit that comes with it. I'm in my late 40s. I got a lot of experience with all this shit. Females, I've been married, baby mama, family court, parental alienation. I mean, you call it. It come. You know what I'm saying? This is just the nature of the beast. And to the point right now, as far as with all the things that she was going through, this is a play that they do. If you don't do what they say, if you're not a henpecked dude, you're gonna deal with this shit. Even if you're a woman. This woman was with this chick for over 10 years. Now, I've dealt with other women who dealt with women and they went through the same thing. And it's like, damn, I done spent 10 years with this woman. Like, it's crazy. I mean, how can she change like that? I said, because y'all change. It's fickle. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So in your mind, you actually think, okay, well, these guys, I'm tired of getting cheated on. Listen, shorty, men gonna fuck around. That's what we gonna do. We gonna have a situation as far as on having side pieces, stuff like that. If you dealing with anybody who you attracted to who is worth a greater salt, this man 9 times out of 10, especially if you dealing with dudes that's over 30, 32, 35 years old, they gonna have other women, Joe. This is just the way it's gonna be. See, you messed up the game because when you was younger, you already had your, you know, a lot of these women had their marriages, they had their husbands, they had, you know, people they was with, but they left them because, oh, he cheated on me. This shit worse than cheating. That's just the way it is. And then you think you're gonna come out here, so you left not one, not two, but maybe 3 good men in your life when you was young because they cheated. Man gonna do it. Just because he mess around don't mean he don't love you. It don't mean he don't care about you. It just mean that you high priority on his roster. That's just the way that goes. He got women. And the funny thing about it is the fact that you do not want this man unless other women want him. Now, I'm going to tell you from my experiences. I've been in many relationships and I was only faithful one time. The only time I was in my marriage. And I'm not going to sit here and say I'm holding it down. One reason why was because of the fact that I was only married for 6 years. But I'm not going to lie. Shit, 2 more years of that shit, I would have stepped out. Instantly. And not because of the fact as far as on me being on some horny shit or being on some greedy shit. Let me tell you something. When you have other women that's on you that like you while you dealing with this chick, it's a level of respect that the woman that you with gives you. It's a level of respect that she gives you because she knows, man, this mom got other man. I can't trip too hard because he got somewhere to go. See, the most powerful thing that we have, the most powerful weapon that we have, is the ability to walk away. I mean, that's power, man. But see, when you get into a monogamous relationship and you let her know that you're the only person that, well, she's the only person that you're dealing with, you giving her a level of power that you don't even realize. And especially, dudes, if you a top tier dude. See, I said, well, listen, man, because she's been dating and everything else like that, and she was confused. She said, I don't understand what's going on with these men. Oh, this, oh, that. I said, listen, the last time you was with a man was maybe 20, 25 years ago. Those days are gone. Not only those days are gone, you are 25 years older. And on top of that, you're not used to being with a man. You have no clue how we move. And you do not want to believe that we are who we are. Even if I sit there and tell you. Now, I've been in the dating game for a long period of time. I first started off like in 2014. That's when I got my divorce. And it changed. The crazy thing is when I first got on, and I'm not lying to you, women was getting married back to back. Like 2014 or whatever like that, I remember the first site that I jumped on was Black People Meet. And back then, we didn't have, we didn't have camera phones, so we was using Tango. Tango was horrible as hell as far as with video chat. I mean, our phones wasn't really as good as they are now. I think I had, matter of fact, I had like a Galaxy S4 or something like that. It was something old like that. And, you would meet somebody, talk to them for a little bit, but I'm meeting multiple people. Now, my main thing about meeting these women at that period of time was not just the fact that I was trying to look for some ass, relationship. See, I just went through my divorce, so when I came out here to Texas, I knew absolutely nobody. And I'm like, shit, I need to network. I need to figure out, I need to find some people. And I was staying in Beaumont at the time. Now, no knock to Beaumont. Beautiful place, but it's extremely slow. I'm a city guy. I'm from Chicago, so I'm not really used to that slow shit. So I had to find my way to Houston. But I knew I couldn't do it, just what I'm going to drive every day and just go out there. No, so I saw this beautiful site, jumped on it, and it was incredible. I mean, it actually made it with me, I'm dating game for me, cool. This my world. I love it. So, get on the site, network, met some people or whatever like that, everything was cool. Like I said, though, when I first jumped on, man, you miss a couple of days, because, you talking to multiple women, whatever like that. You miss a couple of days, you holler back a shorty, man. She married. I mean, that fast. And the reason why I was like that, because back then, it was a taboo to actually admit that, you met a person on a dating site. So it was like, they didn't want to say it. So what they would do was say, well, the first date that you had, this is where you met that person from. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was. I mean, I met some cool ass chicks on that shit, especially in the beginning. I had some relationships off of it. Multiple. Because I'm going to tell you, Texas is big, man. You come out here to Texas, you can live in 3 different households, and I swear you ain't going to never get caught. Unless you go to Midtown, you know what I'm saying, or the Galleria and some shit. You do some stupid shit like that, or the rodeo, hand in hand with your bro, you gonna get caught. But for the most part, no, you ain't finna get caught. You can actually raise 3 different families and households up out here. This is how it is out in Texas. And I'm not gonna even knock it. Beautiful women, I love it out here. But I mean, that's how it was. So you fast forward to the future of how things was going on, man. What happened, what I've seen, because off and on I was always jumping into relationships here and there. So I get off, get on, get off, get on. I'll be off maybe about 1.5 years, 2 years, jump back on, out of curiosity or whatever like that, or I'm bored in my relationship. I ain't gonna even lie to you. And it just started dwindling. It started going down. So you will have situations where at first women would just be happy by, you know what I'm saying, by let me roll up this window. Women would just be happy just by having like dates at a, you know what I'm saying, at a water park or some shit like that. Like you walk around or whatever. Because it was a genuine situation where they trying to meet somebody. That's just how it was. But then it changed. Now, the second time I got on here, I started noticing, I'm like, man, these chicks is asking for dates and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really want to go out, want to get something to eat. And I'm like, okay, I'm not knocking it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm attracted to her. I said, all right, cool. I do that, you know. It ain't no thing. And my dumb ass was doing that shit. And I'm going to tell you, it's fucking retarded. Don't do that shit. Especially if you the type of dude who actually get a lot of hits. Because I was young. I say I was in my 30s at the time, and doing that, man, if your money ain't right, even if your money is right, I mean, back to back to back to back, like you paying a house note, man. I don't care how cheap it is. You paying a house note. Because the thing about it is you got to get your hair cut. You got to get all this, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it was cheaper for me back then because back then it was a little cheap. I ain't have a bed too. So at the end of the day, it wasn't all that bad. But gas money. You in Texas, man, everywhere you going is at least 35, 40 miles away. You spending bread. This is actually before you start dating. So you dealing with this situation and you losing money. You losing money. You know. And it becomes stressful. And then you actually doing that, even though I'm good at what I do. I was a professional date. I ain't gonna even lie. Never had a dull time, you know what I'm saying? But even still, you do all that and get absolutely nothing. I was like, oh my God, these chicks are getting delusional as hell. And then they would ask you again for another date. I'm like, no, like, you know, come to my crib, why meet you at yours? Like, it's no fucking way I'm finna go ahead and spend some more bread on your ass. No, I'm good with that. We'll have some conversations on the phone, but as far as I'm doing that, because if I got 4 other women that's doing it, nah, man, hell no. And they'll drop off. They'll drop off. And I was wondering, like, what the hell going on? Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, I know these broke assholes ain't just tripping as far as I'm getting something to eat and bouncing. No, that's not what they doing. Because I wasn't dealing with no broke ass chicks. Like, I wasn't dealing with no bras like Section 8 chicks housing and everything, 18 kids. I wasn't dealing with none of that. I was actually dealing with other women who had bread that was very successful. But at the end of the day, it was like that. And then they'll go back and it's like, we need a date, 7, 8 o'clock. Well, you think they going home? Let me tell you something. When a woman gets to a certain age, man, her hormones kick in. It's like God's joke to us. We get older, if we don't take care of ourselves, naturally our libido goes down. With women, they shit go up. It gets horny as shit. They get horny as hell. So do you think these chicks is going home? Hell no. So I had one situation where I had this woman I was talking to. She come to my house, right? We hang out, we do the do. And we going through each other's dating site and everything, and I'm amazed. I'm just seeing how many people are blowing her up, and she an average looking chick. She not bad as hell or nothing like that. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I said, shit, how you even manage? Because that's like a buffet. That's like going to Golden Corral and you know you ain't hungry no more. You see all this shit, it's like, what the hell? But I was also thinking like, damn, out of all them niggas you chose me? Oh shit. I must be a motherfucker. So, I will never forget. The first time I really experienced this stuff, I was with this young lady. She came to my house. We chilling. So we going back and forth on a dating site. And she's showing me her side. I'm showing her my side. And the way she was playing games on dudes. Like, she was hitting them up, getting money from them, and she was just showing me all her shit. She was showing me all the little, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to send you this, and I'm going to send you that, and you know what I'm saying, they were sending the gifts and everything, and I'm like, damn, but you with me. So, We laughing at it. Further on down the line, some dude take her out. She calls me up on the phone. She said, well, shit, I want to come through. I said, all right, cool. She called me up, like, I'm on a date with this dude and shit like that. She said, I'm going to hit you back, act like I'm your cousin, whatever. I was like, all right, it's all good. I've been a side nigga for a long period of time. I done did that shit. It ain't no thing. So she calls me up. I can hear a dude in the background. She said, yeah, I'm on my way. You know what I'm saying? You still going to look at my car and stuff like that? I'm like, yeah, whatever. I said, well, listen. I tells her, I said, get off the speakerphone. I said, man, bring me a doggy bag. They went to Outback or something like that. She said, what you want? I said, give me a prime rib and a loaded baked potato. I just wanted to see if she was going to do that shit. She comes to the crib. Dude drops her off. She come in with the Outback. I was hungry than the motherfucker, too. She came in with the Outback, the baked potato, all that good ass shit. This nigga done spent his money on her ass. We on the porch laughing about this shit. I'm rolling, right? We eating the food. She was like, yeah, that goofy ass dude. And it dawned on me. I said, oh, hell no. That was the last time I ever took a motherfucker out. Now, I ain't gonna even lie to you. If you cool and if you fine, the best you might get is Cheddars. That's the best. But even still, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. I can't do it. So I refused to do so. So things changed when it came down to that. After a first or second time that we out, and I ain't gonna even say a date, that we out, if you ain't about shit, man, I ain't fucking with you like that. You know what I'm saying? Now what really changed me is I met this one chick. She was fine as hell. She was sexy as hell. I ain't gonna even lie to you, she was sexy. But she hit me up. And she was like, let's go walking or whatever like that. I said, all right, cool. And I was telling my experiences. She said, dude, you ain't on that level. You ain't got to pay for that shit. That's for dudes we don't like. I was like, word? She was like, nah. You cool as hell. You ain't got to do all that. I said, bet. So I stopped doing all that shit. But let's go back to old girl that's coming on with this. So now she's back in the dating scene and she's confused. She's like, what the hell's going on? These men don't want to settle down. They don't want to date. And she was like, even you, because she asked me. I said, listen, I don't want no relationship. I don't want it. Because it doesn't benefit me. It's nothing that I can actually get from this relationship that's going to benefit me, that's going to do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, for me, I mean, the delusion that they have for me to be monogamous, like, other women is not just sex. I mean, I have other women that actually do some cool ass shit. I got nurses. I mean, if something wrong with me or whatever, they could pinpoint that shit the fuck out and help me out. That's a benefit. I got women that's tax adjusters. You know what I'm saying? They have benefit. I deal with smart, beautiful, intelligent women. All these women has a benefit. Even if it comes down to a different type of personality. One chick, she cool, laid back. Other chick like to get high, fucked up, and nasty. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's different chicks, different personalities, different shit. I like that. Why would I give up all that? If I got 4, why am I gonna get up 4 for 1? If something happened to me, these chicks will show up. If I'm just with you and you got an attitude, I'm ass out. I'm gonna tell you. And then they ask, well, you don't be lonely? I'm going to tell you something. The loneliest time I ever been was in my marriage. You know why? Because I was used to being in a situation all in my youth. If I had a problem with you, okay, it's Saturday, you tripping, I'm going to see you Tuesday. I'm going to dip off. And then on top of that, the sex was never boring. Even when I engage with them, it's never boring because it's like when I'm mad at you or I'm you know what I'm saying, I miss one of them, and because I'm with you, we get into it. I go to the other one. I ain't seen her in a minute. Man, I miss her. It's like it's fresh again. It ain't never like we roommates and you know what I'm saying. It's always brand new. And then when I go back to my other woman, it's the same thing. It's brand new. She just like brand new women. And those relationships lasted for years. But man, when you dealing with one woman and you living with one woman, because I've had, other relationships where I wasn't ever monogamous, but at the end of the day, we live together. And when y'all see each other, because it ain't just her, it's me too. When you see each other's flaws and, I don't pick up probably my socks or some shit, and you know what I'm saying? And she got her issues, I see hair all over the sink, and she actually move. It's like, after a while, it gets stale, it get old, it's like, then you ain't even having sex, you ain't doing nothing, y'all just roommates. You know why? Because you're not supposed to just be dealing with one chick. I bet the men in my family and the friends that I bet, they tried to go that way. But they died with a side chick. You know what I'm saying? They died with a side chick. They couldn't help it. It's in our nature. And it goes another way, fellas. Listen, if you don't have that competition on her, when she don't have that competition anxiety, she's gonna let herself go. She's not gonna fight for you. She ain't gonna do shit for you. And she's gonna leave you. She's gonna monkey branch. That's just what's gonna happen. Even when you get older, even when you're dealing with older women, they still 14, 15 in the head. But yeah, she was really confused about the whole situation. And I told you, not just her girlfriends and everything. Because even her girlfriends is having problems as far as with this dating scene. And I try to explain to them how men are. And they don't want to accept it. They really think they're going to find a Bill Cosby. I'm sorry, a Heathcliff Huxtable. And I tell them all the time, even Bill Cosby couldn't be Heathcliff Huxtable. Hell, he was far from it. I mean, far from it. You know what I'm saying? But they have these high expectations. And to be honest with you, I kind of feel sorry for them, but again, I don't. Because they fumbled over so many good men. And if you actually listen to them, don't try to fuck them. Just listen to them. See, I hold conversations. I like holding conversations and getting to know these women. Because a lot of their stories be incredible. They done fumbled over some good men. Do not feel sorry for these chicks. And do not be that goofy dude that's going to stand in the mix. And you're going to be number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7 looking stupid at an older age. Don't do that. But this Joe King signing off, man. I just had this on my mind. And, you know what I'm saying, I just had to talk about this and the delusions these women have. And the fact that even women don't like women. Stay up. Keep your head up. Holler back at you.